Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest solo trapping video. Today I'll be showcasing some 1000 IQ trapping on my free-to-play solo trap. So if you guys don't know what the 1000 IQ trap is, it's basically you just send your leader through the map. It's kind of like fishing, hopefully someone sees it and comes and tries to actually take the leader. A lot of times they will think you're an empty castle, so you will get a lot of leaderless attacks and a lot of cab attacks and a lot of that, just people just trying to basically erase your leader back to your base and then get the leader before someone else does. So you'll see that a lot in today's video. Sometimes people send the leaders, sometimes they just send tier 2, sometimes they send tier 2/tier 4. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you get just full mixed tier 5 hits. I've had that happen too. But anyways, so that's happening right here. My leader is walking back. This guy obviously saw the leader walking back. He's like, hey, I need a nice level 60 leader to go in my prison to give me a nice boost, or just an ultra boost or whatever. And he came in with a tier 2/tier 4 cav attack. Obviously was not a, well, he didn't think I had any troops or anything like that, because a lot of times when a leader's walking back you think it's an empty castle. He did a whole 3 damage to me on this attack. You can see I don't know how he did only 3 damage. I don't know how that's possible, honestly. How do you do 3 damage? Like, how do you kill 3 troops? Usually it's like 0 or like 1,000. It's not like you get a round of attacks off and you do 3 damage. I don't know what was going on there. He didn't have pack 5s. I don't know how he ended up with that much or that little damage on that attack. So anyways, he's coming in for another attack here. Let's double check and see what he sent. It was an inf attack. Again, it was tier 2/tier 4. I'm not sure why he's pirating me. Maybe wondering if I have troops or he's just hitting a wall or what's going on here. Yeah, you can see he sent tier 2 infantry with tier 4 behind it. He did shield it properly, so he went 40-60 there, so should only lose tier 2 from that. Yeah, he shielded properly, lost 150k tier 2 reds on that one. He does have pack 5s though, so is that what did the 3 damage? I don't know what did 3 damage on the last one. Anyway, so he's gonna come in range this time. Range will do a little bit more damage since I think I'm sitting in range wedge, which is interesting when you actually see the attacks because the infantry is doing less than the range, but range wedge is just really bad against range attacks because it's just where the infantry is put. It's put way in the back, so all you have is your cab and range attacking their range, so it just ends up doing more damage to you. So he's going to be going in, same thing, tier 2, tier 4. He has not given up yet. A lot of people will have given up by this time usually and started a rally or something like that, but this guy, he's not giving up. He's still sounding 375k, so he's losing 150k tier 2 every time he hits me. I am losing nothing, and I wouldn't really care if I was losing it because I get 80% back anyways from the sanctuary. So again, he's going in and again. Now that he has realized range is doing the most damage, I guess he's going to keep sending it. And let's double check here, see what he sent, or see what he did. I did a little bit more damage there, 90k, so maybe pop in an attack boost for this one or something like that, because it should basically do the same amount of damage as his other attacks, but that one did a little bit more. So by the way, don't hit the present when you're trying to bait off lie, because people can see that you've actually collected it. And then this happened. So this was literally maybe an hour later, maybe even less. I can't remember, but it's literally the same guy falling for the same trap. So I was like, oh my god, he just hit me like 4 times. How does he not remember the exact same trap that just happened to him like an hour ago? And then, so he went for the leader a second time here. But I believe he does end up recalling this one, because I think he realizes halfway, he's like, wait a minute, this happened to me literally just like a couple minutes ago. Maybe I shouldn't do the exact same thing I just did. But yeah, I think I shut the record off or something after that, so didn't get to see what happened, but I believe he actually ended up recalling before it actually got to my base. So he did realize it. It was just, it's funny seeing the same guy fall for the same trap like literally on the same day. It was literally probably within an hour of the last trap. So same thing here. Leader was walking back and had a couple people go for it. This guy from DWE decided to port next to me. He was going in just kind of mix siege, so I believe he's trying to break my wall just to make sure that he can actually get an attack in. I don't believe he was satisfied with that attack, so I believe he goes in with like 2 or 3 more siege attacks after this. I was just checking his guild to see if I had to worry about anyone bigger. That's something I do when I'm doing these traps, by the way. I always check the guilds of the people around me just to see if there is anyone bigger in that guild. Should I be getting ready to do something, especially when my leader's walking back, because I can't switch my war gear while my leader's walking back. I don't even have my talents when my leader is walking back. So you gotta be super, super careful when doing this trap, because you could get caught and take a ton of damage from those big attackers. So always make sure you know what guilds are coming in, what guilds could be coming in, what players could be coming in, all that stuff. So if you ever see me doing this, I'm usually checking them, checking their guilds, if I haven't scouted out the guilds already. Because again, that guy was a single guild, so I didn't really recognize the tag, so that's why I was checking it out. Some of these guilds, like FEK and stuff, I already know people, I'm very familiar with the guilds already, so I don't have to worry about this. This was a situation where I was actually doing the 1000 IQ traps. My leader has already come back at this point. I am not sitting in a guild either, so in this situation, you gotta be really careful if you're not sitting in a guild, because someone could set a rally on you and you would never know. Anyways, this guy's gonna be coming in cav. I'm already sitting in range, so don't need to do anything. It's actually tier 4, tier 5, but it is leaderless, so not something to worry about. You can see he dropped below 2 billion after that attack. He did have his cav gear on, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure he didn't have it on before. So he's one of those guys who likes to swap to his gear, even though it does nothing on leaderless attacks, but he still likes putting it on for whatever reason. I'm not sure who taught these guys to attack, but by the way, if you ever attack somebody and it's leaderless, you don't need to put your gear on. Like if you're sending a cav blast, you don't need to put your cav gear on. It doesn't do anything. You don't get extra stats. So anyways, this guy had poured on me right after that from SXY. This is what I'm talking about. You got to worry about people like this who poured on you and just speed in attacks. This was actually a leaderless attack, so I'm not sure if he was just trying to get me to swap to my war gear or just do something, because that's why he was speeding in. But leaderless attack, I don't have to worry about too much. It does do a decent amount of damage nowadays because their base stats are pretty good, but other than that, I don't really have to worry about it. So let's tech here, 162 castle stars. So he's going to do the same thing, speed in another infantry attack. It is doing a little bit. It's not going to give me any reds yet. 124k that time. Oh, maybe I swapped my formation already. So so I think I swapped my formation in between. And since that did obviously way less damage than the previous one, I think you realized I was online at that point. So I wasn't worried about him speeding in an infantry attack there, since I was already swapped over to infantry. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna move on to the next one. I think this one was actually a shield drop. So I think my shield dropped, and PCS Mr. Shifu decided to come on here and check me out. Obviously, I already had an anti on, so he might have been a little suspicious on this, but since he's got a pretty good attack here, yeah, anyways, so yeah. He's actually going to be okay, I think. He's going to try and speed in an attack here. Here it comes. So here comes the attack coming in. Let's take a look here. It is 597k he did. Yeah, so again, full counter into my infantry front line. I don't have my war gear on. I believe I have a couple pieces in, so I have some stats, but obviously not enough if I'm getting full countered by a decent attacker like that. So again, you can see what my comp is right now. It was pretty much mixed tier 2, and I believe I had some tier 3 range in there as well, but I'm going to switch over to range just in case someone else decides to pop in, because again, let's take a look here. Now he's going to test my front line, and now I'm going to be sitting in range, so. But again, I don't think he tested me the first time, so it should be okay. You can see what his cav cav gear. It's pretty good. And then Huckleberry came in after him. He's a little bit stronger than Mr. Shifu. I believe he has some 11k heroes in that account as well, so you got to be a little bit careful. I'm pretty familiar with PCS. They've hit me a ton of times. Yeah, you can see Huckleberry there. I've trapped them a bunch, so I kind of know all the leaders at this point, so I don't even need to check their guild. I'm just showing you for the filming, but I know Huckleberry, I know Shifu, I know all their like leaders just because I've been hit by them. I've been gangbanged by them as well, so anyway, so yeah, you can see Mr. Shifu has no sneaky 11k heroes in there. Huckleberry does. But anyway, so they started a rally, just ended up shielding, giving the leader back. So again, here, 1000 IQ trap, leader just came back. This guy from SSQ decided to come in. He's got a decent set there, but he's obviously not going leader or anything like that. He went mixed tier 4, so he ended up losing 150k tier 4 from that. Again, I believe this is technically the 2000 IQ trap. I believe he's just burning my ult there, and my leader is walking back from my ult to my base. So sometimes that one works a little bit better, but you have to have an aggressive guild for that to work, who's actually like looking at the kingdom and all that stuff, because if you have a bunch of those like bot users, they don't really fall for the 2000 IQ trap, because they won't even find your account, because they're not looking for targets. They're just waiting for the bot to tell them for targets, and if they don't have like the fury thing on the bot, they like literally never find you. It's super annoying in those kingdoms. Anyways, so this was a really random clip. This one, this was me doing I think Lord's Cup or something like that, and I'm not sure if I stole this guy's ball or something like that, but the last thing I was going to expect was a 100 mil mic guy to port on me and start sending solo attacks at me, because it was just a tier 3 account, and I believe he just sent literally all his troops at me, just one after the other, and feel kind of bad for him, because that literally does nothing to me, obviously. So yeah, was not expecting this one, because it happens sometimes, but yeah, definitely don't expect the 100 mil might guy to come in and try and solo you. So yeah, he's losing all his troops too. He doesn't have enough infirmary space. Poor guy. Yeah. It is what it is. Oh god, he literally had no infirmary space. I don't know what was going on there with that guy, but yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you guys want to see some more solo trapping clips, let me know. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.